right, people, hey, if you could. All right, hello everybody. Welcome to the Week 7 CTL Replay Cast. Today I am joined not by Snoopy, my usual partner in crime, but I am with Landfear today. How are you doing, Landfear?
Great, man. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Did anything cool for Halloween?
No, I had to work all night. I've been working night shifts, so it's been a little rough. So I was excited to have today off to play some games.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited to see these matches. Hopefully they had better success than I did today on ladder. It was a rough day, but I had a few days off, so it's always like that. If you take some time off and then getting back into it.
Yeah, whenever it's almost like absence from StarCraft 2, then I play well. Like if I take a couple days off, I play really good. And then I do bad the next day and I get back to 500, so it's temporary, but
Right.
all right. Got some feedback. The mic was too quiet. I turned it up a little bit. Hopefully that's better. Appreciate it, guys. But just to give people an intro who are not as familiar with this format, this is the Chobo Team League, and this is a league we've been a part of for quite a while now, several seasons. And we are in the playoffs now. But this was an important week for us. This was a really tough group. So there's 2 groups of 7 teams, and the top 3 went to the playoffs. So going into this week, there were 4 teams at the top, tied 4-2. So it was a very stressful week for all the teams. It came down to who had the best map score and the best performance overall. So we are going to the playoffs for the 4th season in a row, which is pretty awesome. And we also got first in our group. So
Nice.
that means we get an extra week off, and that's going to be awesome. Alrighty, so I'm going to jump right into game 1, which is going to be Axis versus Teach.
Oh man, I haven't seen Axis play in a while. Axis played with us in the PTL league. He was a killer, man. He dominated PTL for us.
Yeah, Axis was actually one of our anchors in that gold slot for several seasons. I mean, this is the 20th season of CTL. He's all the way back in seasons 16 and 17. He was playing for us in that gold slot. So, been really solid, showing up. Been in that gold league for a while. But he's a very consistent player and's got a ton of experience under his belt, for sure.
All right. Oh, it's a ZVZ.
Yeah, ZVZ. And this is versus PiGPan again. One second. You turn the audio up a little bit. There we go. So ZVZ, Axis has a decent amount of experience, but it's something that gold players can struggle with a lot of the times. It can be a very volatile matchup, and the thing with Zergs at these lower levels we see is that they can come in with builds, specialized builds. Teams like PiGPan and SC Swarm, they can catch our gold and platinum players off guard, so we'll have to look for that this game. Alright, in the bottom corner of Blue Shift, we have the Green Zerg for Sonic Aftermath Axis.
And in the top right-hand corner, the orange Zerg for PiGPan, it's Teach. I feel like there's a few players named Teach in amongst the leagues.
Yeah, well, there's Tech 4.
Maybe.
I'm trying to remember.
Maybe it's just me. A little slow there for Teach to get his Overlord out of the map. I feel like that's You know, in the higher leagues, they get that Overlord out right away.
Yeah, for sure. And also, we see right away from Teach a much faster pool. So, an Axis pool just going down now. So, Teach went for that faster pool and get a faster gas, which means he will have a window of time where he can potentially try to harass the natural of Axis and get some damage done. But if Axis holds on, it will mean, of course, he will have that faster hatchery timing.
Yeah, I've only played Zerg a few times, but I don't know. I'm always confused in the meta and what people are doing because it seems like people change it up so much.
Yeah, it's when you're one of those really volatile matchups that and there's definite build order wins where if you do a certain build order, you don't scout it, you can straight up lose. And in this position, it looks like from Teach, he's going pretty heavy committal to this. He got a Baneling Nest. Sometimes we see the faster pool, the players will still try to go hatch behind it, but it looks like he's massing up lings, or queuing them up rather, and he's going to wait for Banelings to morph before he goes in. And this Natural's most certainly going to fall for Axis here. He's not going to get enough
time. He doesn't even have... he just started right now, so this is going to be a huge advantage.
Yeah, 2 Banelings morphing there. That's going to lock down the ramp. And Axis behind, floating some minerals. The micro has not been great. It looks like, yeah, Teach is just going to commit to this, and Axis might just lose here. Good job from Teach moving his lings out of the area path of the Overlords. Axis did not scout this. Blind.
Oh.
Nice, good Baneling detonation, but also a good clean block in that corner for Axis, although he goes in with the drones and loses a ton to a detonation. All those drones are weak.
Yeah, these drones are on their last life right now. Does get that Baneling up, but it might be just too much damage here. Yeah, he has 5 drones to 13 drones for Teach. And here comes a whole another set of lings right now. This does not look good for Axis at all.
Yeah, losing drones in ZVZ is so huge because with the mirror economies, even if you get 3 drones ahead, it can make a big difference. And now Axis is going to lose all of his drones and everything, and GG for Axis there. So Axis
GG.
Not able to see that build order difference from Teach. We'll straight up lose.
That's a loss for Axis. Axis, I've seen him play so well in ZVZ, so I'm very upset about that one.
Yeah, that's mentally to lose to something like that in his ZVZ is pretty brutal. All right, so set number 2 was a walkover. So we're going to go right into set number 3. That was a walkover for us.
So it's all tied up.
No, it was a walkover. Yeah, you're right. 1-1. And that was Wizard was going in for that slot. Set number 2, which was the walkover, and Mystic is our set 3 player, which is Diamond 3 under 3.7k MMR.
All right. Yeah, I think I actually know how to pronounce it now. It's Mesitic.
Mesitic, okay.
Mesitic. And Mesitic has been a pretty good player for us for the Raiders. He's been practicing a lot with us. He always shows up when we do our trainings, and I'm pretty excited to see what he has in store here.
All right, so in the top corner of Cerulean Fall, we have the Yellow Terran Mystic, who, by the way, like you said, been a good raider, but also dominating this CTL season. He was 4-0 this season, I believe, depending whether or not he kind of walk over. Has not lost yet, and going into the playoffs, we'll see if he can keep that streak alive. Potential MVP candidate if he does well in the playoffs.
And in the bottom left-hand corner for PiGPan, it is the Teal Zerg Draxos, or Draxos.
Thank you, Jedi Zeld, for the sub. That is the 17 months resub. Thank you very much.
Pretty standard opening here so far from PsiX. No proxies, looks like. It looks like he's going to try to get scout here with one of his SCVs. I feel like that's a you don't always have to SCV scout, but I feel like it's a comfort thing. People feel more comfortable getting that SCV out because it hits before a Reaper does. And then you can kind of go around the base and see if there's anything interesting, like a early Roach Warren or something like that.
Yeah, and if you're going for CC on the low ground, it makes sense to do something a little bit more safe with the SCV scout. Just to provide it, just to try to prevent it getting shut down if the Lings slip around the Reaper, something like that happens.
Yeah, sometimes it's nice too just to have that SCV over there too to see any kind of like third base timing and stuff like that. All right, Reaper coming across. Try to get some scouting info in. Oh, this is Draxos pulled a couple drones off of gas, so that's a good thing. I know that that's something that a lot of higher level Zergs do.
Yeah, got speed researching and just going to go just into mineral production here. Going to get out his third. A bit faster. Ooh, loses the Reaper. That's huge from PsiX.
But he doesn't get his factory done. Starts another factory, which is interesting. So I wonder if he's going to be going into some mech play or if that was supposed to be a starport. But I don't think PsiX messes up like that. So, and again, another reactor going down. So he might be going for a really big push here.
And thank you, Caveman. I believe, yeah, that is Pitfall. Thank you for the 100 bits and 23 Nemesis for the 1-bit. Thank you, guys. So yeah, PsiX actually brought a second SCV down, and fortunately for Draxos, there were Lings there to get it, but that SCV could delay that hatchery for a bit. It delayed it to about 3 minutes, usually around 240, 245 is the optimal third hatchery timing. So just a small win for PsiX, and it could have been even better if Lings were not right there for Draxos, but still good play.
That is a lot of factories. I don't even know if he can produce out of all those factories right now. But he is.
Yeah, double reactor, that's pretty ambitious. Looks like Cyclone build. This is going to be a mech Cyclone push for Draxos.
All right. Throws down a couple of Evo chambers, throw down his Roach Warren. So he did scout all those Hellions being built. So, and did he see the two factories? Let me see here.
He did.
He did. Okay.
Well, actually, well, he saw the second reactor. Actually, he did not. I believe, looking at the vision, unless it moved in and out. But
oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
thank you, Xenodactyl, for the 2 bits. Yeah, we got a slight supply block there from PsiX. Not the biggest in the world.
I like the little poking he's doing with these Hellions. Not committing, not losing them. That's a huge thing that some Terrans do is they run in with those Hellions, try to get a few drones off, and they end up losing them. And then they don't have any units for a follow-up push. So this could be a really huge push here coming up for him.
Ooh, PsiX getting a Hellion into the main of Draxos. Nicely done. Draxos picks it off, but still getting some scouting intel there is quite useful. Yeah, like you said, with PsiX poking around with Hellions, it means he can also start to deny some creep spread here. Which is...
Oh yeah, and here he comes with all these. This is a big push. I don't know. Oh yeah, he's going to turn these into Hellbats, and he's going to walk right in. I don't see any. Does he have any roaches? Oh yeah, he has 4 roaches there at the main. But this is so much DPS with these Cyclones here. He's going to push right up. I'd like to see him just go right up into the natural, but instead he goes over to this third base. He's going to easily clean this up. There's nothing that he can do about this.
Yeah, drones are pulled, so Draxos hasn't lost any drones yet, but that third going down He also was trying to take the 4th out in the middle of the map, but now with all that DPS you're talking about, Mystic cleared that up, and he's moving into the natural before the next wave of reinforcements can be out. There's Baneling's morphing, but he might be able to gun some of those down before he even gets there.
Oh yeah, I'd like to see him get these hell bats in there before they pop, but all those banelings, they're just going to run away. They don't have enough to try to deal with this. And here comes these Banes. And the Banes don't even kill one of these Cyclones. There's just too much DPS and meat on these Cyclones.
It looks like some Banelings morph in the middle of the map, get the Cyclones, but as there's so many drones going down and the Cyclone is still up, that's a total of 15 drones have gone down and more on the way.
Yeah, and all those drones just got roasted. GG, Messatic. Nice push.
It's a really strong timing, and he was even blocking pretty well. As far as the Banelings, they were rolling in, and he got them all to explode on one Cyclone. So good micro there with that push. Very nicely done.
Yeah, he was even getting a third behind it, and I didn't know if he was getting up any other tech structures. That was nice.
Strong, strong.
GG.
Duddles is in the chat. What's up? The legendary Formless Bear Sloths. Formless Bear Sloths made a fantastic push this season, but couldn't quite get it in. But well, definitely hats off to them. Okay, so set number 4 is going to be John Goodman versus MC2.
MC2. Well, we definitely know a lot about John Goodman. We see him, he plays all the time in our many of our leagues. He also plays in a ton of 1v1 tournaments, for diamond tournaments. So John Goodman is a very well-seasoned league player.
Yeah, and actually playing random for us in this season of CTL.
Ah.
So interesting.
Personally, I would like to see him just play straight up Protoss in these leagues, but he probably has more fun doing random. Probably a lot less. They can't really count on him or what do you call it? Practice up against his style.
Yeah, and we may see that change from John Goodman. We'll see. I'm not going to try to give away anything, but we'll see what race he goes with in the playoffs. So in the bottom corner of Dreamcatcher, we've got the Purple Terran, John Goodman.
And in the top left-hand corner, we have the pink Protoss for PiGPan. It's EMC2. I have not seen John Goodman play a lot of random. Most of the games that I've seen him play have all been Protoss. And I know he has some really good builds with Protoss. So I'm curious to see what he's going to do here with Terran. I feel like when players start to play random, they have their one really good race, and then they know one all-in build with the other two races. And I don't know if that's just how I feel or if that's the truth, but
yeah, I think
it's very rare for you to be really good at all three.
Yeah, you're right. Most players, even if they are pretty good at most races, will have one race where they're super confident in. And that's kind of what it makes with going for random in CTL, which I think I've come to realize now is that it can be a double-edged sword because your opponent practicing one race can be more familiar with all their their 3 matchups they got to prepare for. Then you have to prepare for even more matchups than him, and then some of them you don't have super mapped out 2 of the races typically, so then you're more just banking on an all-in build. So that's actually a great point and why I think random is not as good in CTL as I might have thought of earlier this season.
Yeah, whenever I play somebody on ladder, especially if I know them, I'll go scout, and if their main race, I just assume that they're all inning me. But it looks like he's gonna do a 2-1-1, if I'm not mistaken, which is a good build.
Yeah, John Goodman practiced that a lot in his Terran random. We've got a Twilight Council as well out for MC first.
Looks just like pretty standard opening. There is a sneaky probe on the right corner of the map, so I wonder if John Goodman's going to scout it with this Reaper. He's coming across, and man, he's going to be so close to this.
We'll see. Well, he's actually going to cut back through. If that was over a little bit more, then he might have moved in, but just missed it by a minute.
As a Terran, though, you have to just assume that Protoss is going to put some pylons out on the map.
It looks like he's preparing one there for the third. Nice position. And we got a Dark Shrine for MC, so it will be DTs on the way.
Yeah. And I do not see an eBay for John Goodman, so when you don't have an eBay as a Terran this early in the matchup, you have to save some scans. It is so important, and it's really hard to do if you're if you play Terran all the time, because I get energy on my CCs. It's just automatic meals go down. So finally, eBay does go down for John Goodman.
Reaper coming in for John Goodman. That's a nice trade for him. They're going to lose the Reaper, get some scouting intel. Well,
and it looks like he did. Oh, I'm sorry. He did see the Dark Shrine building. So I wonder if he did notice that it was there.
And double forge behind this. That's interesting. Typically, you need more than 2 bases to afford double forge. He's barely has enough gas to keep up with the build he's doing. So I think that's a little bit too early.
I think he did notice it because this emergency missile turret is going down in the front there. But the DTs are going to get in here. Let's see if they get in.
And is there man for scans? Looks like there is going to be one in the main soon. But still, so many SCVs can go down here. Okay, loses that one. Nice missile turret at the back there. Still one in the main. Got 8 kills on it.
Oh.
Got DT Blink as well being researched.
Oh, and he drops the mule right there. It is so hard not to drop mule.
Okay, 5 SCVs went down there. Not the worst defense at all for John Goodman. Held on to that pretty well. But the one thing is, if he doesn't know about this DT here, it could be quite a pain later on if the Blink gets Blink.
Yeah, I don't think he notices that his guys aren't mining gas anymore, so...
Oh no.
And the DT comes back in for more. And he's got a drop going out. There's only a short window of time when, you do this 2-1-1, you want to get some damage done, but you also can't die at home either.
Got the Liberator sieging up in the main of MC. Okay, Widowmine gets one of the DTs, although still so many kills. Got 19 kills on that one DT. It's so unfortunate for, okay, major drop going in at the natural of MC as well. Getting a lot of those probes, so at least...
Oh, yeah. Lots of probes going down. Now the probe count is even with the SCVs. He is getting more emergency stalkers going down. A lot good blink micro by these stalkers, though. Saving as many stalkers as he can. Oh, please don't lose the full medevac. Okay, good. And finally cleans up that DT, that annoying DT in the main.
Hey, John Goodman lifted up his drop force right as the DTs were coming in. If he had spotted those and shut down those DTs, I think it would have made his drop really a lot more effective, because there's only a few blink stalkers here, and with all that money he's investing into DTs, it means his later tech is going to be late. He won't have the stalker mass or any sort of tech colossus, anything like that, to defend against the drop. So that would have been a really strong drop timing for John Goodman if he defended those last few DTs.
Yeah. There is one cannon on the third for the Protoss. I feel like you can still, there's a nice place in the back where you can drop, and then you can pick up and go right back to the natural. So hopefully we see him harass like that right now. Oh, and more DTs in the main. This is so annoying to deal with.
Yeah, no missile turret. I would have liked to see John Goodman rebuild a missile turret. If the Protoss gets DTs at a certain point, they're going to keep making them and try to get something done, at least for a while. And with blink DTs, they're so... Okay, good scan there, but they're going to blink away. Got a drop going into the third of MC, so going to get some probe damage. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and he has to get more done because now he's a little bit behind here. 31 SCVs to 41 probe for the Protoss. John does have his third built up on the high ground, so that's good, and he does have a couple more racks building reactors and another tech lab. Still doesn't have combat shield going, so he's going to need that sometime soon. Oh, but these DTs are just so annoying.
Yeah, they're going to harass that third so much. Oh, they blink behind. Out of range of the missile turret, are they? Okay, he has enough mana for a scan, surely. No, he doesn't. Okay. He dropped some mules, I guess, a few cycles ago. And I'm just going to leave. Kind of running around the base. And he's going to go into the main.
Oh, those blinks are... It's just wrong. It's just wrong.
Here, Dragon would be proud right now. Finally cleans those DTs up. But still, I mean, John Goodman, he's still losing SEVs to this at this point, which is just not... You need to shut these down much quicker. There's a lot of SEVs idle here. And meanwhile, MC... That double forge, he's starting to get his upgrades done. His third's up. His probe count is pretty healthy. He's at 60, and now he's going to start to explode, getting more gates. Really needs some tech here. Something, Colossus or Ruptors, something here, because you can't stay on this forever. But at this
Oh, go ahead.
It's probably not going to matter at this point because of the damage he did with the blink DTs. But we'll see. John Goodman, he's going to try to get his third up here. If he wants to have any hope in this game, he's got to hold that.
Yes, has to hold the third. It isn't a planetary, so he needs to protect this third a lot. Already full saturation, though, on the Protoss for all his bases. He could probably throw down a fourth here soon. Unless he's just going to go for a huge push.
Yeah, I think he's going to mass up probably once his upgrades finish and then attack.
And these DTs are coming in the third again.
Oh no. Yeah, this is the thing when there's DTs on the map. It really taxes your multitasking.
Oh, but this battle going down here up by the third, there's a few DTs in the mix, so he needs to scan to get that DT. I don't think he knows it's in there. Two of them.
Oh, meanwhile, the third was there was no left, and he lost that. John Goodman only has his army left, really. We've got Archons getting morphed here. There's the tech that he's going to need. And he's going to get Storm as well, eventually.
Yeah, this is very painful. I know this feeling. It's really hard to deal with. Oh, and two more DTs get back into the main. He will clean it up, though.
Yeah, just still it's taxing John Goodman's multitasking, causing him to spend scans that could have been mules. And we'll see here. It's the army supply is even. We have double the workers for MC, and John Goodman going in for a desperation drop.
Yeah, and I like this. He has to get something done here. The army, PiGPan's army, is way out of position. Let's see if he turns this around or just, recalls.
Should recall.
Should recall. Oh, yeah. Yep, and there it is. OP recall coming in. But he doesn't recall to the correct base. He recalls on his third, so he's going to get the Dark Shrine, which is a huge pickoff. And he's not paying attention. Oh, no. Okay, good. He's going to get out with those units, which is good.
He's trying to push his luck
Oh,
here.
and he's...
I don't like this. He's going to lose those medevacs with those point stalkers.
I do like this, though, because he had to get something done, but...
Well, I mean,
lost all those medevacs.
The drop in the main was great, but he could have just picked up and not lost anything in that fight. But the crucial thing was here we talked about was the third is not up now, so now it's going to be soon 4 base Protoss versus 2 base Terran, and that cannot be sustained. It looked like MC is moving across the map with the Zealots and Archons charging through here. There's nothing John can do.
Yeah, he tries to hit him from the other side too, which is not bad. He's got 2 tanks here doing some damage, but all those Zealots in the main, this might be just too much. Oh, and a huge warping of Zealots too.
Yeah, that pylon's still there. GG's called. John Goodman will lose.
GG. GG. I felt like John did everything he could with the position that he was in. Plus, he's playing off race, so, and he was dealing with DT, which he also does in his own PVT matchup. So it's hard to deal with, isn't it, John?
Yeah. See, I'm trying to figure out here. It looks like we've got set 4 and 5 are the same. Let's see here. It's Terran Lord. Where is Xenodactyl? Wait, Xenodactyl got a walkover. All right, let me just check the replay real quick.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of exciting for me because the outcome of all these games.
Yeah, these weeks are really fun. The results come in. I think this week they were all coming in on Saturday, so I was waiting for them coming in to see what the result would be. Pretty suspenseful. Just checking the list. Yeah, it looks like Sippy sent me the wrong replay.
Oh boy. Sippy.
Let me look at the Google folder really quickly. Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, I'm having trouble finding Xenodactyl's game. Yeah, I don't know what happened. Yeah, let me check. I have it somewhere else. Let me just check.
Okay.
Oh, what group chat was it in? It's the hunt for the replay. Let's see. It's at 4. There we go. I got it.
You excited about BlizzCon tomorrow?
Yeah, dude. What time does the stream start again?
Oh, I'm not sure. Last week it started at noon. But I know they're going to be Friday and Saturday, so it might be a little bit later. I'd have to double check.
Yeah, we'll see how much I can catch of it. Hopefully, as much as I can. Pretty busy tomorrow, but should be able. I'll watch the VOD for sure. Alrighty.
You're not going to watch it live?
I'll watch as much if I can live, but I have practiced them, so.
Ah, right.
Alrighty, so Luckily, thank Zeno for sending me the replay. And we've got
Mm.
some backup for sippy errors. Okay, here we go.
Oh man, I'm already getting hyped for this.
In the
Never
chat,
a dull moment in a Xeno game.
that is for sure. Last week was a PvP that got into Tempest versus Tempest fights. So, Zeno giving us those quality games every week. Looks like we got Cameron in the chat. Good luck, man, on your match. Mr. Everly as well. Good to see you guys. Alrighty, for set number 5. In our second Diamond 2 slot, we've got Xenodactyl as the yellow Protoss in the top corner of Lost and Found.
And in the bottom left-hand corner, as the green Zerg for PiGPan, we have Assassin. BMW Assassin, to be exact. I wonder why he threw the BMW in there, you know? Do you think he has a BMW?
Well, it means he's going to be an assassin, but he's going to be arrogant about it. I don't know. He's got some swagger to it. It's not just your run-of-the-mill assassin.
Yeah, he's gonna zoom in and then zoom away with his hair flowing in the breeze. Oh, quick hatch. So hatch first, which could be actually the end against Xeno. I don't know if he knows about Xeno, but with Xeno, you want to get units out right away.
Yeah, you have to have some serious nerve to hatch first against Xeno, but maybe BMW Assassin was not aware of this.
No, he's too busy zooming around town. Take
Flexing.
care. he still doesn't care. He sees this OP probe in the main, just dancing around, doing this BM dance. Meanwhile, these probes are going down outside. They already got a cannon being built. He's still thinking about what he's BMW.
Ooh,
he has no clue. Oh, that's bad. But it's too late. These drones are already coming in, and they're gonna get roasted by the. And you still got a probe alive. Probably send another probe over in a second.
Yeah, this hatchery is dead for sure, and the question is, what will BMW's Assassin's response be? Typically we see Ravager, Nidus response. There's the Roach Warren going down.
Yeah.
And it's definitely not over for Zerg, but it's tricky, especially because he reacted to this so late. So
yeah, it doesn't have any speed coming down for any Ling, so his head was not in the right place. He was, thinking about what he's going to do after this game. He wasn't thinking about surviving it. And that hatch is dead.
Xeno with his Zealot out, gonna march up here. And the Roach is just now coming out. He might even be able to get a couple drone kills. There was the Queen there, of course. Yeah. Morphs a Spine Crawler.
Yeah, and it looks like he's going into a lair, so he probably wants to get that Nidus network going on, if I was guessing correctly.
3 drones just went down. That is, you do not want that to be happening when you're trying to detect Nidus. So yeah, I think BMW's Assassin is pretty dead. You got to be on top of your Nidus response here, and it's going to be so late.
Yeah, oh, but this is nice by Xeno. So Xeno saw that morphine into a layer, and so back at home he's dropping 2 more cannon and 2 shield batteries. So he knows something's afoot here. And there it goes. The Nidus network is down.
And he only has 1 overload over here, so it's definitely going to be coming in from this angle. And there will be an Immortal out in time, so we can possibly recall.
The luxury of Protoss.
Oh yeah, those recalls. Pretty nice.
Oh
So,
yeah.
the
But
Overlord...
he doesn't have a lot of units though. So the Nidus is down. He's got an Overlord in place. But BMW Assassin didn't do another scout into the main. He probably wants this to be a surprise. But Xeno's all set for this. Has the shield batteries. I think he's going to be fine.
War Prism is out. So now the micro potential is here for Xeno. The Nidus is up.
Yep.
Xeno.
And Nidus is going down in the main. But he might have to stay here. He doesn't want to turn this into a base race, I don't think.
He's actually having to come back with the Nidus. Oh my goodness.
He has to stay here. Oh, he wants to get in that Nidus so bad. There he goes. He's going to go in. Is Xeno going to recall?
He can actually just dive on the drones and then recall a little bit later. See, the probes are going back to the shield battery. There's only one cannon. So it looks like Xeno is just going to use the Nexus as a meat shield while he goes for the lair and then recalls at the last second he can. With the two Immortals there, it means that lair is going to go down way faster than the Nexus. And then recalls here. GG. Easy for Xeno.
And there's the recall. Nice. And the recall back in the main. No base for BMW.
Easy. Easy for Xeno.
Easy peasy. Oh, man. And that's it. GG, well played.
Thank you, Electric Plumber, for your... Was that a subscriber or a follow? I missed it. Oh, okay. I missed it on the OBS thing. Following. Thank you very much for the follow. Well played, Xeno.
Well played, Xeno. Do you think BMW Assassin was like, I'm done with this party and did it peel out in the park?
Absolutely. I can't, Xeno, you're breaking up a little bit, Lanfear. I'm having trouble hearing you.
Okay. Sorry, man. My internet.
Okay.
I have internet problems.
Yeah, I was wondering if you're like tabbing or something. Sometimes it happens to me.
No, I'm not. I'm not tabbing. It's just how it is.
Okay, cool. All right. Seems better now. Okay, so for our Diamond 1 set, we've got Terran Lord versus Gregorius, the one and only Gregorius.
Ooh, Terran Lord.
Gregorius, funny guy. PsiX member.
I don't think I ever met him, but I know Terran Lord.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I think spring or something.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Yeah, the last time I met Terran Lord was in the MVD match, probably 2 months ago. So, haven't seen Terran Lord play in a while.
Yeah. Mr. Everly asks, what is the map scored as 3-2? Sorry, we'll update that the next one. My bad.
And is this the final match, or is there one more after this?
This is the Diamond 1. We're going into the Ace after this, which is a best of 3.
Okay.
So it's a best of 7-ish with the... Well, it's a best of 7 with the last one being a best of 3.
Okay.
Okay, in the top corner of Parasite, we've got the Green Terran Gregorius.
And in the bottom right-hand corner of the map, my favorite color, Orange Terran. We have our very own Terran Lord.
Terran Lord feeling super confident in this. He's strong for this set. He is ex-Masters player and in a really good situation, really good position rather in MMR to be playing in this slot and coming into this match pretty confident against Gregorius.
Yep, I bet $2 he's going to do a 2 cyclone drop. But you know, we'll see. I want to be surprised.
Snowdactyl saying he actually talked with BNW and they chatted, so it looks like all good feelings there, as expected.
Oh, that's good.
BMW's a long-time PiGPan member. Remember him from way back.
Yeah, I've only been playing in these league for a year now, so I'm not too familiar with all the players.
Yeah.
I just know who I've played against, and I know especially who I lose against.
Oh yeah. Etch him on a piece of wood and carry him around with you.
I got their names etched on the wall next to me.
Looks like we've got Terran Lord getting that depot wall on the Reaper ramp. Nice.
Terran Lord really likes to do this 2-gas factory expand. I feel like he feels like it makes him safer. It helps him get more aggression out early against the other player. And it's hard to disagree with him because he has had a lot of success with this.
It looks like we've got pretty much mirror builds from Terran Lord and Rigorius. CC's on the low ground, and the question is, whose execution is better? It looks like actually.
Oh.
Rigorius was better, but now it's switched back to Terran Lord.
Well, Terran Lord's building a Hellion. So this Hellion will probably go out with these Reapers and try to get some damage done, and then maybe he'll flip factory up onto the
Ooh.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's all right.
It looks like, yeah, this Hellion. This is a pretty popular. True did this against Hero Marine in one of the last WCS tournaments. It helps you be really safe against some kind of like Reaper aggression, but then he's going to go for his classic 2 Cyclones and probably get a medevac here and do a drop. Oh, and I'm wrong. A Viking. I don't. Who are you, Terran Lord?
So this is going to be a little bit of a mech push here. He's getting 1 Cyclone. Rigorius is going for the reactor production of Cyclones. So you're going to get a bit more out here, and we'll see if Terran Lord's going to be the one defending. I forgot to update the score again. There we go. Sorry. Thank you for the reminder, MC2.
I like this early Viking against a TVT matchup. I've been going back and forth doing that. I've also been doing an early bunker and a Widow Mine. Instead of fighting this endless Cyclone war at the beginning, I find that it's just easier to get more bio up. And then once that phase of the game is done, I don't have these huge bricks rolling around the map that I can't use anymore.
Yeah, and Terran Lord's going to be poking in here, but there's so many Cyclones that he's got to be careful he doesn't just lose those.
Oh, nice. Saves the Hellion. And immediately 2 bunkers going down for Terran Lord.
There's that Viking coming out. Interesting to see that in TVT. Means the Terran Lord is just going to want to be defensive here, defend against drops as opposed to being aggressive. And double bunker, he should be fine. There is 5 Cyclones out and 1 Reaper, and looks like by the time it comes, there will be a tank out. It's going to be close. But if that tank, Liberator, and the 2 Cyclones are up, this will be plenty for Terran Lord to defend.
Oh, yeah. Probably the second bunker was a little bit of an overreaction. But he's definitely going to be safe against this.
And Reg has been stalling. He's been just backing up. So this is super late.
Yeah. I felt like he had a window of opportunity right when he saw those 2 Hellions in the Reaper to get some damage done, but he missed his window. And now Terran Lord's going to be safe here.
Yeah, I agree. Reg not realizing how small the window was to get some damage done, and now, I mean, looks like economy's pretty similar, but Terran Lord his macro is better than Reg's, so I think he'll be fine. We've got a supply block from Reg, so already that's going to be an additional 10 army supply for Terran Lord's going to be coming up, and a drop on the way as well.
Yeah. The production, though, yeah, if it wasn't for that supply block, I like the production for Rejorius. He has all his production up already, but now Terran Lord is safe at home. He's got his 2 tanks, and he's got his 3rd CC. And it looks like Reg is going to do an all-in here. Well, he does have his 3rd already finished, but he does have 5 wrecks coming down, so it doesn't look that bad.
Yeah, this drop, though, has the potential to do serious damage. There's only bio at home. And dropping in here, that Cyclone on the bio. Ooh, loses the medevac. Not the best control from Terran Lord. Reg actually shutting this down beautifully. And now that's going to erase the small lead Terran Lord had. Army supplies are about even. So well played, Reg.
Yeah, plus Reg already has his +1. +1 shields is on its way. So Reg is ahead in upgrades, in production buildings, and he already has his 3rd floating to the 3rd. So yeah, I don't know. This is close.
Terran Lord CC just finishing now, so seems like in execution, actually Reg a bit ahead here.
Yeah. Oh, nice scan on the army, though. Sees everything that Reg has. Nothing. He tried to move it, but he saw everything. No surprises here. And more production going down for Terran Lord. That is the thing with TVT, though. One good tank position and one good tank volley, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, the lead that Reg has is far from significant, and this game is still pretty much even, dead even. It will come down 100% to the engagement, who can get across the map. I think whichever these players pushes across the map, they have to be very careful, because whoever controls these plateaus here and gets tanks on top of it, it means it's going to be suicide moving forward. So Terran Lord is pushing up this gully, and I'd like to see him try to get a position at this base right here, kind of at the dead center, and then he can get a nice tank spread. Oh, the drop.
Is he going to catch this drop, though? This happens to me every single game. I fly right over the army. Yes, I get the scout out. Oh. Oh, that is so painful. Yep, that's well, rip my once lead that I had.
Man, that feels so bad for Reg.
Yeah, and then now, you know, if he gets in there, all he has to do is stim, get in a good tank position. And once those tanks are in position, Reg won't be able to push up into them.
This is a great position from Terran Lord, right around this little obelisk thing, and Reg trying to get forward, but just loses so much bio. Oh, Reg,
oh man,
what are you doing, buddy? No, okay, loses everything, and denies his 3rd. Third is down from Terran.
Now he's just gonna inch forward a little bit and get a. Yeah, this is rough. This is rough for Reg. Really good for Terran Lord. Oh, unsieges and goes back in. He does not have a lot up there. And Terran Lord has exploded with his production.
Yeah, Terran Lord's production has been so consistent throughout this, and Reg doing a pretty good job as well. But we've got the Doom drop into the Doom
drop. Oh, and he's got 2 tanks already up there. He is going to destroy all this production. I feel so bad for Reg right now because he was playing so well. But now, I do not think that there's anything he can do to stop this.
Okay, so you're going to clean up the tanks, it looks like. But still, I mean, he's on top of the production. He's getting the add-ons. The
Yep.
reinforcements are down. It's 95 army supply to 32. And this is...
And Terran Lord, yeah, this is not looking good for Reg. Terran Lord's getting his 4th up. And his production is full swing. This is where Terran Lord really shines, is he is able to get that, once he gets his production going, it is nonstop.
No factories left for Reg. This is pretty much it. And the second army is ready for Terran Lord. It's going to come in here, aim pretty much, and there's nothing left.
Yeah, he's got 2 random tanks. I think he maybe aim moved these tanks, and once he sees those over there, this might be it. I think Terran Lord realized he had 2 random tanks going across, eager to help.
Terran Lord expanding to his 4th, 3rd. Reg still managed to get up a 3rd at a decent time.
But look at this army coming across. As soon as Reg sees this, he's leaving. This is way too much to deal with. And there it is. GG. Nice job, Devin. Way to play.
Tell you what, I never thought I'd say this, but I really feel bad for Reg because he was really not doing bad, and then it just came down to losing those 2 medevacs and then not being in the best position to defend that 3rd. I'm not sure about the choice of that 3rd. It's tough to deal with when people get tanks sieged behind that little obelisk thing. If he took the one that he took later of his 4th, I think that would have been a little bit better for him. Because once you're basically, if you're up there on the top with the tanks, you're covering that expansion already. Whereas now you have to defend a whole nother angle, and it gives Terran Lord 2 attack paths in.
Yeah, with Terran, it's all about the positioning, and he got those tanks in a really good position, and there's nothing he could do to break in that. He didn't have enough units to break into that siege. So, well played by Terran Lord.
GG's. Okay, we are moving into our master set, which is the ace set, kind of. It still just counts as 1 match, but it gives you extra map score. So, that's what it is.
Alright.
And it's going to be PsiX versus No Pret. Alrighty, and in the bottom corner of Fracture, we've got the Green Zerg, PsiX.
And in the top left-hand corner, in the Protoss, we have No Pret. So does PiGPan have 2, like a similar thing that we do? Because his clan tag is Pig2.
Yeah, at least that. They have 2 tags, I know.
PsiX's been playing really well. I've watched some of his games and some of the other CTL casts, and he's been a pretty solid player for us in all these matches.
Looks like hatch first for PsiX.
Oh, and the probe leaving a little heart behind the mineral line there. I don't know if that is a sign of things to come.
And we've got a 17 hatch for PsiX. So we'll see if he wants to go aggressive with wings on this map. Of course, this is the really small map. Short rush distance, and if you're not on top of it, you can die to Ling all-ins.
When I do play Zerg, this is the only build I know how to do, because you get your hatch first, you gas, and then you get your pool, and usually right when the pool, you can start your Ling speed. But then after I build a ton of lings, then I don't know what to do.
That's a good first step.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
So only 2 lings coming out from Pensai for the moment.
Yep.
Speed on the
Ling
way.
speed just started. Pensai getting a good scout with his overlord. Sees an adept come out, so he should have more than enough to deal with that.
And we've got a Twilight first for Nopret. Interesting. Stargate. Oh, not going for Stargate or Robo. I prefer Stargate play. Just getting an Oracle or Phoenix out gives you scouting and damage utility, and it preserves later on. Although Nopret just going to use an Adept to scout in here, gets the job done. And it will mean he will have a faster upgrade. We'll see if he wants to go for something on 2 bases here. We do have that Stalker out, so typically that does lend to cheesier 2-base play for Protoss. And there's the Dark Shrine. Okay, so it looks like it's going to be a DTs or Archon drop. Robo
It is
being thrown down, so it looks like drop.
Yeah, it is hard for me to predict what Protoss is doing because they can do so many different things with all their units.
I mean, typically, like for Zerg, for PvZ, you can go for Stargate, you can go for a fast Twilight upgrade, or you can go just pretty standard obs with the Robo. Of course, there's different variations, but this is going to be a strong Archon drop timing. He's adding on the gates now. He's going to be up to 4 gates for warping in. And there's also different potentials of charge lot as well. We'll see if he gets legs here.
Yeah. If I were Pensai, my red flag would be going off because he just built 2 gates to wall in. So you got to think he's either going to cancel one of those or he's going for an all-in type of play with the warp prism.
Yeah, interesting to me that he chose to build those. Okay, never mind for the wall in. My bad.
Yeah, and Pensai saw it finish, so he knows it's a complete wall in. So I wonder if he sees some torque going down and some spine. And here comes the warp prism.
So Pensai did get the scout there with the Ling, and how fast is his reaction going to be? Looks like we actually have an Immortal on the way, and the 2 Archons can be morphed in. With Archon drop, you usually go in with the DTs first to see what damage you can do, and then morph them to Archons. There's no detection here, and just going to go straight onto the 3rd hatchery.
Yeah. Pensai doing a emergency overseer now. It's going to be too late for that. And simply grabs the DTs and pulls away. Seems too easy.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to go back home and, okay, actually going to go back. Probably morph these into Archons, I expect, for his next attack.
Another round of gateways going down, so he is up to 9 gates. And a huge warp in here. He's got Zealots, and he's morphing 2 Archons. Ooh, but Pensai, looking to do some damage here, is bringing an Overseer over here with him, so... But he's not pulling back those units.
Again, there's 2 Immortals here with a Warp Prism, so that amount of roaches, he's got to be careful here. With that wall, he can last behind it for a long time. Although no Pret, he's delaying a little bit too long, but with the Warp in, I think he will be fine here.
Yep.
We've got Archons
Let's kill that
going
building.
into the 3rd of Pensai as well.
Yeah, not much here back home. He has a few roaches and a few queens. And he is bringing back all his roaches. Yeah, those Immortals back at home were probably just too much. Oh, and he does a recall to get everything back.
Okay, like a move command for a bit there for no Pred, but still not too bad. Gets into the coral reefs there and can pick off a few Zealots, but with the 2 Immortals, 2 Archons here, Pensai cannot engage that force head on. So interesting decision to recall there. Not going to go for any drones. Just wants to make his main army beefier. But it looks like PiGPan still wants to force the issue. He's coming up here with roaches. But at a certain point, when you get immortals, there's going to be 3 immortals and 5 archons. It's so tough to deal with that with pure roach.
Yeah, he is fully saturated on 3 bases though, so he could just go ahead here and just mass up. Bainley nests on the way.
It looks like PiGPan is trying to catch Nopret in a weird angle here. Nopret so far just defended that 3rd entrance. Looks like PiGPan was thinking about swinging into the natural. And we've got a 3rd base going down for Nopret. That's really exposed. Typically we see this taken usually, but still no 4th for PiGPan. But his macro has been really good. He's got a scary number of roaches, and while Nopret's economy has been pretty good, he's supply blocked here, and he doesn't quite have the mortal count to deal with mass roach.
Yeah. PiGPan did get a scout out. I believe he saw a pylon down there on the 3rd base. And PiGPan comfortably taking a 4th.
We've got our boy Johnny Goodman just donated 2 bits. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. Okay, PiGPan going a little bit sideways with those roaches, but here he can make a hole here. He needs to move these roaches up. They're kind of seeding them out for that.
He's going. Nice multi-pronged attack here. Dropping the main. With these roaches, there is a lot of roaches here to clean this army up.
Yeah, roach macro way too strong. The immortals are all falling, and even though he's losing a ton of drones, I think this should... Now the thing is though, he lost a lot of roaches as well, so he needs to try to put pressure on the 3rd base, which it's really going to end up hurting Nopret taking this 3rd base because it's so close to the roaches and it's awkward to reinforce. If he took this one, was able to get some shield batteries and some cannons up, it would have been much more effective, but as it is, this 3rd base is under siege.
Yep, this 3rd base, he needs this 3rd base too, because he is he's going to start mining out of these 2 bases that he's on.
And we've got the Ravagers morphing for PiGPan. GG's called, actually.
Oh, that's it. GG. Nice game, PiGPan.
Those macro cycles on Zerg, man. Scary good.
Oh, yeah. You see Starkiller doing that all the time. He masses up those roaches, and once you get to a certain number, it is so hard to deal with.
Yeah, you really need something that Colossus or something, or just more of what he had. And I still think that taking that 3rd at that position could have been a turning point, because his hope for the army comp that Nopret had, he needed the roaches to get closer to him, because Immortals Archon's range isn't that good, and when you're fighting kind of in the middle of the field, the roaches, their trades are so much more cost effective because they have that range bonus over the Immortals.
Yeah. All right, let's see what happens in this 2nd match.
So, this, by the way, guys, this wow, words. Coming into this match, we were 4-2, so it means we already clinched the week and clinched 1st place in the playoffs. But this is just padding the stats for us. So well done, guys. It was an amazing finish for us.
That is so great. Congratulations, everybody who played. Congratulations, team. That feels good.
Absolutely. And all right, for our last game, this is our last replay of the regular season. It is the green Zerg in the bottom corner of Parasite, PiGPan.
And in the top left-hand corner, looking to try to even the score, it is PiGPan's and Nopret. I don't know about you, Gorg, but we've been playing really good in all of our league games.
Oh yeah, It's right. We been killing it in all the leagues we're in, and we're starting up too. The All-In Nightus, that's coming up too, guys. So EU and NA, me, Miguel, and Callan, I believe, and Terran Lord are all captaining those teams, and we're gonna kill it. So
Nice.
you're right.
Again, what's that?
Sorry, you're right. PsiX has been killing it.
Again, Pensai doing my one and only Zerg build that I know. So at least I know I'm on the right track, you know?
Well, I think maybe he got it from you, Landfear. I think
Maybe he
can
did. Maybe he's been watching my super old replays. I'm pretty sure I trademarked it too, so if he has a lot of success with this, I want to know.
On the cutting edge of the PvZ meta.
Always.
In the chat, Goodman, no need to apologize, man. All have a rough weeks, and you played very well. So.
Oh yeah. John Goodman. I mean, nobody has to apologize. Less to John Goodman. John Goodman always plays well, and he's such a solid player for us. So, and ultimately, we're here for fun. So, it is good to see the competitive spirit with our players, and everybody wants to play their best. That's appreciated, but you know, we're all having a good time, so that's pretty much all that matters.
Yeah, and I'm sure we will do better in areas that we weren't great in the playoffs. We've got a week to prepare, week to practice up. That's why it's been so good. And in this game, we've got Stargate for no pret. So we will see that Stargate style that I like.
Yeah. Pensai comfortably taking his third. Getting that speed is about 3/4 of the way done. And it looks like he's gearing up to just a drone up here. Slight supply block.
Ooh, okay. We've got a Phoenix coming out in a second Stargate.
Oh, man. If I were Zerg, as soon as I see a Phoenix attacking an Overlord, it would be like mass panic to get all the other Overlords back to my base.
And the funny thing is that this Overlord might see the second Stargate, and that is going to be bad news bears for
Yeah.
no bread.
He does. Yep, so Roach Warren on the way for Pensai, and let's see if he puts up a couple spores. Depending on how many Phoenix, though, he gets, it's so frustrating when you have the right defense, you have some spores up, and these Phoenixes can just comfortably come into your base and kill like 5 or 6 drones and just fly away.
That did supply block Pensai here. You know, wasn't expecting that Stargate play. That's a little bit of a error, and actually going to lose another Overlord to those Phoenixes coming out. We've got +1 air weapons on the way. So this Phoenix style, it's a little bit, we don't see it a ton. We saw it a lot early lot V with the Phoenix Adept style in some ways, and we used to see it Heart of the Swarm, but it's been a while since we've seen Mass Phoenix done.
Yeah, I feel like when you do see those Phoenixes, though, you know that there's not a lot of ground army. So Pensai is probably thinking, you know what? He probably doesn't have a whole lot. I'm just going to make a bunch of Banelings and bust down this front door, which is exactly what he's doing. He's got those 4 Phoenixes on the side of the map. He did scout these links coming across, but there is nothing at this front door. And he cannot pick all this up.
Yeah, there's a third base coming in from a really fast one, but there's just nothing here. Like you said, the void is coming out. There's one gate. Warp gate's not even done.
Yeah, and there is nothing here. Making a 8 or 6 Banes right in his natural. He's gonna kill all these probes.
Oh, nice connection there.
And that's it. GG Pensai. Nicely done. Nicely read.
Yeah, that's funny. I mean, just going hardcore Phoenix with a really fast third, so greedy from Nopret, and Pensai just shutting that down. Gonna win 2-0, which means we will get the set score of 5-2 this week. Fantastic job,
nice.
everybody.
Yeah, nice games, everybody. Nice played. Also, and I want to say that walkovers, it says a lot about our team that we're ready to play. We have our players ready. I feel good about that because even though those are walkovers, we're here and we're ready to play. So that says a lot.
Yeah, that's one of the things I try to do is that not giving out any walkovers and knowing how to take them, when to take them, just kind of I think one of the minimum things you got to do to compete in the CTL.
Yeah.
So yeah, 23 Nemesis. Thank you for the bit. If I missed a couple of your guys's, apologize. Looks like we got a bunch tonight. Led by Pitfall with 100. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. And also Jedi Zealot with the resub. So thank you guys for tuning into the stream. Thank you for making this a part of your week, a CTL replay cast. There will be none next week because we had the bye week, which was super awesome. And I'm really glad we got that because I was getting a little bit worn thin. And yeah, there will be one the following week, though, for the semifinals. So look forward to that,
Nice.
guys. It's going to be awesome. And Lanfield,
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Thank you for casting with me.
Oh, thanks for having me. Yeah, I really appreciate it. Too bad Snoopy couldn't be here, but I don't mind filling in when I can, so I appreciate it.
It looks like I'm getting corrected. Caveman donated the bits. I thought Caveman was Pitfall. My bad. Okay, he is. I thought I saw that on Discord, but anyways. Yeah, I hope everybody has a okay, yes, Caveman, Spitfall. Okay. Hope everyone had a great week, great Halloween, and hope everyone has to continue to have a great week. So have a good week practicing, guys. The lineups again will be out Sunday, and I'll actually be PMing everybody shortly the lineup we're going to be having, just so you can get a couple extra days to prepare and practice up. Remember, reach out to any of us, me, Sippy, Xenodactyl, if you need practice. We're going to be around between all of us. We'll get back to you quickly and help connect you with people that you need to practice. So
yeah,
stay in the loop, guys. All right, got anything you want to say, Lanfear, before I close it out?
Nope, good games, everybody, and can't wait to see the next round.
All right, I'll just close with a quote. John Goodman, he will be back with a vengeance for the playoffs. I love it. See you guys next time.
Good.
Take it easy, guys.